Hello. Hello, and welcome to the first stream of my spring break extravaganza, as I am, as of this minute, calling it, where I have decided to play a game I think fits a different theme of spring break once per day, at least until Friday. Because, that's how I want to spend my spring break. There are a lot of things that I can't really do, so I'm going to mimic doing them online and with y'all. And today was inspired by the fact that a lot of the time on spring break, or when you get back from spring break, you tend to hear people talking about the cute little dates they went on with people that they're not really with or that they know from their childhood, and they're just messing around. They either go on trips and they mess around, or so it's like a little lovey-dovey mess around time. And I'm not doing that, but instead I will be getting in some lovey-dovey time with the Colonel Sanders of KFC himself, because that's what I've decided is the best way to spend my break. And thank you guys for spending it with me. So yeah, this is some interesting music to have for a Colonel Sanders dating sim. So they're really leaning hard into the anime, I think, vibes of this. But I'm into it. I have no clue if the music is too loud or not. The way I have it configured right now is kind of wonky, so I can't adjust it without muting the audio I hear while playing, so hopefully it's good. We shall see. But yeah, let's get this romantic party started. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's all caps. Cool. That's my name. Oh, it is so loud. It is legitimately so loud. I'm gonna lower that a little bit, at least for me. Oh, am I gonna oh my god. I love the little chicken on the wall. Beautiful. Some boy band. Okay, I guess I gotta pick a narrator voice. Okay. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the windows of your modest student apartment. Oh, that's the wrong button. Enter? Click? There we go. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. Jesus, okay. Oh, make it stop! Oh, do I actually have to click back for this? Or you could wake up now. It's your first day of culinary school. No time to sleep in. Smack that clock. Ah. It has quieted down. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. That is quite the name, if I do say so myself. University of Cooking School. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. I either need to take this seriously or allow myself to daydream, thinking of the future. You know what? It's spring break. I'm gonna think of the future a little bit. I'm gonna fantasize. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Okay. Great. Delicious. Just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Now, I love KFC. But I will be honest, I do not quite know if one of their biscuits is how I would wake up my taste buds as opposed to putting them in a catatonic state. But you do you, boo. Oh, yikes. You're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before rushing out the door. Oh, you're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Yay. Is this gonna come back? Oh my, the music is so much. Is the music too much for y'all too? I have no clue. I'm gonna preemptively lower that one a little bit. because it is quite a lot for me right now. Okay. I also just realized that my vocals were like doubled that whole time, so that's great. But now it is fixed. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, Miriam. Oh, hello. She is the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. I mean, yeah, she's cute. Hello. Good morning, Care. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Oh, I gotta be myself? No, I don't want to sound like myself. Who am I gonna be in this slow romance world? Actually, Because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. Why are you just gesticulating wildly, ma'am? What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Oh, don't cry. Classic Miriam. Raised by a master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since, that's me. Already having a great time keeping track of this. I've given myself a lot of work to do. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. Quicksand box? Wow. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, oh my god, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. That is a true fear. If my college had 3-day only semesters, I would be both terrified and delighted, because then I wouldn't have to do anything. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Oh. What was the mannequin made out of, sweetie? What was it made out of? Can you chip a tooth on plastic? I guess if you come at it from the wrong angle. That's intense. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Let's see. I'd probably keep pep talking, but I'm curious about school gossip at, what is this, the prestigious cooking academy. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer, you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic, mystery student who's enrolled at the school. Oh? Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deets? Yes. Lovely deets. Oh, get this. I heard his name is Harlan, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born from an egg. Okay, I mean, weren't we all born from an egg? Just a little bit. I quite recall us all being born from eggs. But that could just be me. An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. But that thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. What other rumors have we heard? Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. Interesting. You both sigh, thinking about a dreamy student so handsome that the laws of physics don't apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you are rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! Oh my! Hello, Ashley. Ashley. I'm gonna pronounce it Ashley because that's terrible spelling. Sorry, any Ashleys out there. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but to be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Yeah, I think I know why. I think I know why. She could get anything she wants from me. Listen, that's all I'm saying. That's gross. I'm sorry. I apologize for my behavior. Gross. Hello, Ashley. Oh god, another voice. Chicken shins, I guess. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
You leave Kara's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins.
That's damn right. Don't you insult my shins.
Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley,
But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
if anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
We're not gonna let you or your weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van Van the Man Man. Alright, Van Van the Man Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van Van? Oh my god! I have no idea what to think right now, except that this is a JoJo reference, and I am here for it. Okay, I think this is gonna be my favorite character. Oh crap! No, I gotta do young Joseph's voice from part 2, cause that's the vibe this is gonna be. You rang. I hate myself. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is fully a JoJo character. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that. Oh, it's me. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. That. I mean, I kind of vibe with it, but that's academic discrimination, my dude. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. This is like a combination of Joseph and James from Pokemon. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
Psh, see you later, losers.
Ah! Why are you here? Oh, the sound! The sound is the worst. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh my god. No. They wrote out the gas sound. I don't even know what name to give you, because I hate you, little boy.
Oh, I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you!
No, you don't. I think you mean thank you.
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Oh my. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. So he doesn't know his own name. That's upsetting. Hi. Nope, that's me. Hi, Pop. I'm Care. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Alright, just go on in, man. No! Miriam! That's a child! That's like a toddler. Not actually. He's like, what, 12? He looks 12 to me. That is a 12-year-old boy, Miriam.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute?
I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Who are you? Who is this man in the corner of the room, and why is it probably a KFC, like, CEO or something? Ah! Oh, you're so cute, but these sounds are so loud. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium in front of the class. Adorable! At the podium? Is this guy a professor? I forgot to mention, I know this game's been out for a bit, but I have not seen or heard anything about it, which is another reason I decided to play it. Sprinkles! Oh, his name is Sprinkles? I love it! I gotta come up with a dog voice. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who's this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Uskal.
Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Then why do we as humans participate in it? Why must we do so? Oh my god. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossoms petals fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then he walks in. It's him! He's here! It's time! It's time to start romancing the man! I think. I don't know if that's how this game works. Do we get to romance? I'm assuming that's the whole point, is that we get to romance the colonel, but I don't quite know. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him. It's...
If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. His name is Harland? His name is Harland. Okay, I guess now I just know this obscure bit of Colonel Sanders lore. And after finding that out, I apologize for any sounds this will make. I'm going to take a sip of tea because I thirst. Yes. I'm now realizing that that probably sounds like I'm thirsting after this anime KFC boy, but that is not what I meant. I'm thirsty and I made a nice warm cup of tea. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Oh, I gotta have a voice. I forget. I'm just gonna give. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. Brow, not bow. We're not a ship. Are we a ship? We could be a ship. Just now I'm imagining the rest of this that I'm a humanoid ship thing trying to romance literally the KFC man. And that's okay. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
And this over here must be sweaty. Sweats a lot.
Oh, so I do stink. It's coming back to haunt me. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Faucet Pits? Y'all really couldn't come up with something better than Faucet Pits? Okay. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with you these really weird insults? Oh, Miriam, you are so cute. You find Kurt. Oh. Is he defending me? Is he coming to my rescue? Carnival. Nope, not Carnival. I can't read. This is a great night to stream because my eyes are deciding. My eyes and mouth actually are conspiring against me to just dick me over. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. Oh, you are so handsome. So handsome. Where's the handkerchief? Is it that little thing in your pocket? You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? I have to take? I mean, a muscly man is offering me a handkerchief. I have to take it. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it onto your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Okay, well this is where the reality is gonna switch a bit from me care
the lovely streamer before you who has stomach issues with greasy food. And I'm realizing that will probably be a lot of cognitive dissonance and stuff like that since I'm playing a Kentucky Fried Chicken dating sim. But you know what? I can pretend. Just like how this version of me has like the deepest, gruffest voice ever. And that's okay. That's okay. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, and there might even be a really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue. You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in the school. Here's my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. He's got gangly fingers. Does no one remember me? Oh my god. You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you, students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Damn. Oh, we get to look at Clank! Oh, I love Clank. Clank is so cute. No, don't laugh at Clank! The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal! Oh, were they laughing at what he said in Robot that I couldn't hear? I would prefer that. Sprinkles walks in the classroom. As everyone stands in silent obedience, when he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Do not tell me how to live my life, dog. I do what I want. Yeah, I can't eat vegetables, so I do need to take more vitamins. But who are you to tell me what I can and can't do, you corgi? I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, he hit a nerve, you know. He's right. He's right. I do need multivitamins, and it makes me sad that I just can't osmose through the world all the nutrients I need by just existing next to plants. But here we are. More tea. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? A beef treat? A rubber ball? Or a chicken snack? I mean, it's KFC. I feel like I need to give him a chicken snack, although it does say give him a treat. Let me give him a chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Yay! As someone with dogs, that's so great. Yummy. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors with them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain.
Hey, Care, there's a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested.
Oh, listen. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. And that is to seduce Hargreaves Hadron. I forget his first name, despite being told it. We're gonna call you Hank. Hank Sanders. I'm gonna sit by the Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, or pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn.
Thank you for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can do and do it best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
I mean, I feel accomplished when my brain tells me, woohoo! And that's not often what I've done all I can do.
That's so inspiring.
I'm gonna make, I think, to distinguish, because the Colonel Sanders voice is deep, but I think it might just be getting muddled with the voice I've chosen for Care. So I think I'm gonna turn that one into monotonous, and he's gonna be my best impression at it, like a sultry anime character. So it might change quite frequently. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yeah, a quiz about me.
No. This incredibly important, surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop.
That's correct. That's right. I'm just ad-libbing now. An actor's choice. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather.
I want to say night vision goggles, because that sounds great.
That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
I'm going to assume it's a spork. I have the faintest recollection of KFC using sporks.
That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Camel meat.
I do not believe that that is correct. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. I disagree. I think if it's made with love, it is made with all the salt in the world. Pour a salt mountain on me to tell me you love me. That's just how it be. Best food for a broken heart. I'm gonna say that. Yay! I'm wondering now if these are all right, and I'm just going crazy, thinking of good answers. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's talking now to the teachers in a culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is a perfect 5 out of 5. Let's go. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? I did not. Y'all saw I've just been going off of vibes here. And I guess those vibes were just cool. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed.
I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain.
Okay. I have been told this before, and it was not as flattering as hearing it now or reading it now coming from cartoon anime Colonel Sanders. One time, quite a few years ago actually, I was talking to this guy that I had like just met, wasn't interested in, we were doing like a play together. And he was texting me, and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, not much, because I wasn't doing anything much. And then he goes, oh, come on, tell me what's on that beautiful mind of yours. And I almost threw up right then and there. Because, sir, you have not expressed interest in me. We are not dating. We are not even close friends. I kind of don't like it when you speak to me that way. And honestly, now reflecting and seeing that I prefer Colonel Sanders saying, I think you have a beautiful brain. proves that honestly, maybe that guy was just really uncomfortable to be around. But I prefer Colonel Sanders saying this to me than that random dude. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Another sip of tea, so sorry for mouth sounds. Okay. Oh my god.
Hot diggity, Care. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch!
Ooh, the Stewart cafeteria. Oh, we're snapping. Okay. Okay. I've got to find a way to make this PNG dance. I've gotta come up with something. 'Cause this is a bop, honestly. Okay.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you have ever eaten at. It makes sense that the school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
He's a repetitive character. Great. Cool. What voice did I give him? Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Wahoo! Wait, hold on.
Yippee!
Little autism creature.
Yippee!
But I...
Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true?
Is this... Oh my. We're eating legitimate KFC tonight. Wowee. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crisp, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating! For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every student has a pen or paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think you're a stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw! Nah, my dude. Nah. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm so good at coming up with voices and doing them. Oh my god. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. I am just noticing the lovely thick with two C's thighs over here on Miss Ashley. And I'm a fan. I will say thank you, KFC, for this blessing. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Oh no. Oh no. Am I gonna be competing with Ashley for the Colonel's heart? I can't stand this. You see her body language change from bitter to evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Oh, she's got little fried chickens on her, her little thing. That's cute.
Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and acts unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one piece of the fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Oh my. Shapes and colors. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Alright, I could either swim towards the light, savor the moment, and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Focus your mind. I'm going to try to identify the flavors. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe? Pepper. Too obvious? Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper. Deeper. Deeper! Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be? He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use. Taking a little Taz note there. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. The mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I was wondering if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? I was not expecting him to have verbal ejaculations like that. That caught me off guard. Haha, how bold of you to come out and ask. Oh my god, he is the Chicken King. He's got a staff and everything. Okay. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me talking here. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Why do you look grossed out, buddy? I wanna romance. I wanna romance you. Mm. 1 second. Okay, well, I have forgotten how to block bots from chat. So that's what I was trying to do to that lovely spam promotion that I could pay for. But yeah, now we're back into the zone. He's clearly not gonna give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. Oh, is this not a dating sim, but instead me trying to figure out the 11 secret herbs and spices?
You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aw.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And definitely isn't the flavor you've tasted before. So now there's 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. That's me. I am not. Both of them are not me in my sexy voice. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Wow him with a big idea, to add additional ingredients to really spice things up. Neg him to show your own strength. Be modest but thoughtful. We're playing the long game here.
Yes! The hearts mean I've succeeded!
I think. I don't fully know. I don't know the rules of this game.
Well, I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed your food.
Now you've got his attention.
The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect.
I appreciate the compliment, Care. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I can't with their text boxes being the same color. Unacceptable. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. Whoa! You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. This is like,
Excuse me.
this is like Master Chef or something like that. Well, the kitchen looks more like what's it called? Chopped.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. I don't even get a choice. I'm pouncing on Colonel Sanders? Okay.
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner?
Aw.
I hate the verbal gesticulations he's making. Miriam, don't cry. I didn't even get to make a choice that time.
Sure, Care. I'll prepare our station.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Is it gonna be Ashley and Van the Man? Oh, it's Pop and Chunk? Crank? Crunk? Crunk is your new name.
Hello, new partner.
Clank. Okay, I think maybe that was one of the names I said.
Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank!
I'm sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay,
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea of what the point of this school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Oh, that hurt my lips. Oh, they feel weird. Oh no.
Ha! Hold on there, fella. We don't even know what the assignment is yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Bzz. Tissue, I hardly know you.
Cool. Clank judders, and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Ooh.
Looks like you two will be fine.
Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Listen, I know these are interesting options, but we're going for the true KFC route, if there is one in this game. We're going for Colonel Sanders' heart. That is what the spring break is all about.
I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes.
And gravy? This is so cheesy and I love it. To be fair though, I actually am a god at making mashed potatoes, so this is realistic. Oh, I am just noticing that my keyboard has switched from red to orange. And that's weird. So I'm gonna put it on a rainbow setting so I don't have to look at that. Because that was really weird. I'm wondering if the red died. That would not be good.
I couldn't imagine one without the other.
I can. I don't like gravy. So, Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away.
I'll go get the potatoes. It's my Irish duty.
No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. So is alliteration, it seems, my guy. Why, Ashley? Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. My man.
I don't think he's your man. Oh my.
Oh my.
Did someone call for me?
No cheese, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Care's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember?
I am in love with this music, and again, wish I could just rock out, which I'm gonna just do this. This is just, we're just gonna vibe. Pretend this is headbanging. Woo! Oh yeah, I love this. Love this so much. Why don't cry, Van Van? I love you more than Ashley. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van, are we working in a quartet instead of duet now?
Actually, no. It looks like Care was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you'll be able to get up to my level. Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense.
Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing's clear.
She's coming for the Colonel if you don't watch out.
Ashley's really going at it you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly.
Turn to Colonel Sanders. Hunk of hunks in your time of need. I'm gonna call on Miriam, actually, because Colonel Sanders is neutral here. You turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girlfriend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over.
Is somebody threatening my friend? I'll destroy them!
I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving.
Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken.
Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Care is my partner for today's activity.
You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn these cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiling potatoes into a perfect creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your passion guided you through all the steps you know so well while your attention was somewhere else.
I know just what to do.
This music is gonna keep going, huh? Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours smooth brown gravy smoldering your nearly finished potato dish. There goes the music. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh my god. Oh my god. Colonel Sanders holds a spork to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The crystal sparkly magic sounds just suddenly stopped, and that's kind of terrifying. Lovely tea. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
If you love something, set it free.
What? Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, it's back, baby! Rage music is back! And then, filled with the rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Oh, shit.
Van Van, do something! Do something!
Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook some things with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Care. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena.
Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you threw one more spoonful, the both of you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potato face?
Oh, this is fully... He has to be a JoJo reference. There's no way. Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Oh.
You've ignored me for way too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on from envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't quite strike my nose right. I think the octopus was rushed and might have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten.
I, think I've left something in the oven.
I don't feel too good.
It killed him!
Oh my god, it killed him! What? Really? Okay. That's not what I was expecting.
Everyone step back! Don't take another bite!
When you look at the plate, the rest is gone. You notice the tip of a tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. I'm wondering if it is a glitch or something with the music still going.
Oopsie, tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. The shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. Good for you, Pop.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Oh, hello. I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What, like for real? Come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I just want you to know that they're not a great representation of my skills. Oh, this is me. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Don't cry. I will wipe your tears. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. We have just met this morning. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Karen. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. I've decided that I'm going to switch the Karen voice to just me because I don't care enough to keep doing a deep voice, especially with all these scenes with Colonel Sanders. Oh, he's upset at Jojo Man. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting lots of weights, like lots of weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our soul may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story! Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed that guy? You can't prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! Ah! What the fuck are you? The spork monster? That thing is nasty to look at. I hate the gravy mouth, but good for what they're going for. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level?
Be afraid, be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? You get it?
Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Oh my god. I feel like I should defend Colonel Sanders. Trepidation. You close your eyes tight, but then open one just long enough to squint and see the spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good that defense did. Alright, well now I'll attack. Yeah, let's do something other than the fat lot of good then. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Yeah! Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork monster won't forget this. Spork monster focuses their mash mind and draws energy from Mother Earth itself. Pomme de terre. Oh, that was my knee bumping my desk. I was like, oh, the screen's shaking. They grow larger, more intimidating. How do you respond? Attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defending didn't work last time. Buff up? No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. A powerful blow. It's oozing cheese sauce. Why is there cheese? Not cheese. Ugh. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for the ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens! Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him! I think I should spare him. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said.
I forgot the monster voice already, but it's fine, because he won't be back! The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. Oh my. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name seems to have been signed it out as Borko. Borko. That sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Oh my, we're in my bedroom! Oh, wow! The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know what you... I can't read. Dyslexia. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel like your covers are being pulled up as you are tucked in tightly. I don't like being tucked in. How dare you do that without asking me? Good night, my Colonel. Oh. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Yeah, no, weird dreams are weird, but that's real weird. Oh! Okay. Alright. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were these memories or premonitions? And I'm gonna take 2 seconds to take a sip of my drink. And we're back. I keep accidentally putting on the crazy face when coming back to the normal one, but that's for me to figure out later. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, so I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clegg.
like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class. He's actually kind of a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
Why are you like crying there, Miriam? No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in the front of the homecoming parade.
I think maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it's best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. That's right. Self-confidence, bitch. You have no idea how to prove that your love is real. Maybe because we're not together yet. And just because he creepily tucked me into bed doesn't mean that we're like lovers. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know the secret ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you two are alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
Did Miriam get high? Oh, God. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so I stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'll be much use to anyone.
Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know where it came from, you or Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders or share it with your bestie? I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient. I respect the Colonel. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like I'm out of a witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow.
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure out that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can even ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders! He's arriving at school! On a horse! Stand back and admire his majestic glory or run to him. I'm gonna run to him. He's gonna run me over with the horse, isn't he? You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are is to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you into the back of the stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and he kicks you directly in the face. That's what I thought. The force blows you The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, care, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say. If you forget, the world could end. So you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is, but before he can continue, you're suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. That's Miriam. Where is he? There he is. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural scented musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of the horse's shoes. Yeah, leaning in for a kiss, I feel, would be too much, since I just got knocked in the head, and he's probably going to assume it's like, oh, you're crazy. Actually, I don't know how serious this game is going to take itself. I thought maybe the horse thing would be the right option, but maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who's in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face.
That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
So that was the right option. Okay. Cool. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
Tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but really get a closer look. I'm gonna be a little sneaky. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn, dingus. Now you've upset them. Oh, it was the dingus comment, wasn't it?
Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best
Chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. Is it that weird chicken book? Yeah, it's the weird chicken book. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. It's that same book I found last night on the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in the mouth. Oh no!
We're playing!
No, you're not, buddy. No, you're not. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Boot, boot.
Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts!
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Oh, he's steaming.
Who are you? Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp.
No, your mother was a stand mixer. Well, you are a stand user, I'm pretty sure, sir. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. You go, Clank. Huh! Why in the world did we get a close-up of her while she's going, oh, but with evil eyes? Bad.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over. Me, but I'm not interested in any of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed this instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he is also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for the late arrival. I spent the morning chasing cars all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face.
Huh!
What is happening?
Down, boy! Down! Off toppin'!
That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
Ah! A glitch.
But you can't help but dream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you came to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Care?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper, a glass of water, or a dog biscuit? Dog biscuit! Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach for it when...
Ah!
Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. Oh no.
What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit?
Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Oh no. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. I've faded into darkness a lot. The spork monster? Borko? What are you doing here?
It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten.
You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample? Glass of water. You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It is cool, crisp, and the purest snow melted from a mountain spring. Oh no. Oh no. Why didn't I go with the pepper?
Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6.
And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, Jesus should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch as I do the splits in the middle of a goddamn classroom.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared
via time competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with this too is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up to them and tell them you're on. Stop wasting everyone's time. Is everything a competition with you two?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love, to learn to love. Sure, why not? But it's definitely not constantly a battle.
Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something?
I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef.
How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own bunch. Care, you should have it. It'll give you the energy you need to succeed.
Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. Oh my god! It's so small!
My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down, and a tartlet for dessert.
I am not even kidding. The amount of hungry I just got from looking at this delectable tiny little grilled cheese and adorable little tartlet is insane. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you need for motivation. I just noticed she's holding a cleaver. That's not good. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll stop this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer!
Oh my god. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Time, ready!"
That's what I'm talking about.
I stand corrected.
If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you get. My bestie can take the best of them.
Best believe it. Oh, this is so cheesy, but I love it.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I'll defeat you myself.
Oh shit. Okay. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? That's right, but how would you have gotten into school without knowing that? Now I'm scared. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. That enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices? 11! That's right, you might even not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. His tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude? That's right. Oh, hell yeah. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? A small town where dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. No! Don't make me get the spray bottle! You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Care.
He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except he's watching. Knowing he's watching makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would in the traditional Victorian battle tub? No! Get your mind back in the competition. Oh no! You're stranded in a desert alone with one cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on your challenge? You're falling behind. Oh my god. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make time, you toss your biscuit dough in a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes.
Oh no! Clank!
I know you left nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Care does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Care, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hair gets stuck. What is happening? It is immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up once. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, it's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Care's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you've prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide variety of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor which tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Care to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me a strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb. Why on honeycomb? Ice cream 2 ways, a tender nougat and pearls of blueberry jelly, spelled real weird. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. You rage birds so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off your face, meaning people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever? Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Well, time for another sip of my tea. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and are gonna get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer, and I'll never be a master chef. What? I'm sorry, what is fit to fill your fryer? Why is he angry? Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Don't you think I've never failed anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths, and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. What? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it always hasn't been. I read that wrong. Sounds like the guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignited inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. A new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko?
It is I know I said I wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. It's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. To be fair, I did not. I went into the defense immediately. So, get your facts right.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
Magical spell book.
Precisely, I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark evil and magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Care? Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but that sounds like you're about to find out. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Stepping inside the Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. This is me. I keep doing this. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to get the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now that you got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I'll reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Why the fuck is the dish I have to create and give to my love Colonel Sanders? The coleslaw dish. I hate coleslaw. Oh, this game was like, every food that you like, nah. I might have to go to KFC tomorrow. I'm getting really hungry. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway.
Magnificent.
Together you chow down on that creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I think I'll have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment.
Sure, weirdo. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. No! I don't want to snoop. I want him to trust me and then maybe give him a smooch on the forehead. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh my! Chicken! You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders while it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "A true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Outside. You gaze out the window across the vast lake towards the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up.
Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of Student is swept out with the breeze. Alright!
Comb. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb.
Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. So he's got literal silver hair, okay. A scented candle. You pick it up. That's gravy. That's gonna be gravy. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating on a lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's...
Ah!
Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." I mean, yeah, that's one way to do it. Damn, dude. Poor guy. This doorbell looking thing. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it draws on you. As soon as you turn the dial to an 111111, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. These photos! The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. This one's a framed photo shows an old man who looks a bit like the Colonel standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. That is not at all what is happening in the photo. Where's the cheersing drumsticks? Where are they? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Tap on an item to discover more. Oh, baby Colonel! An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that he must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? I mean, the only other item is this door. Oh, it was a closet! I thought I was gonna leave his house and get, like, run over or something. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where your heart is. Is this what they meant?
Ah, he's back!
Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket.
Aw.
Oh, don't awe at me, that was kind of cute. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. You fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. This is it, guys. This is it. Oh no. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Care? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Oh my. Dream sequence? Well, that that mood suddenly changed. Oh, it's them again. Yay! Dream sequence. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Oh, this is so pretty. Honestly, I wish I could live in a cabin like this. I think it would make me very happy. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. We're almost there, folks. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdiction, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I whipped up. It's meticulous. I don't know if that's the word I would use to just describe all of it, but okay. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous.
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Flatter? Yeah, right choice. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learners wait for no one. You get home and discover something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got so worried that something happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can totally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, I can get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up details of your own night is just too much to bear. Oh, that's kind of rude. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but there was an emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, I don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Is Miriam upset? Are we not friends anymore? When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
Well, that's so swirly. It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school.
There's that horse Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Care, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer incident makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well give up.
I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the first day of school? Nope. Final day of school. Care, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear you're passionate about how your food is received. And that's a lot of words to just say it was bland. Oh, I pissed him off. Excuse me, Care. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel?
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of foods. Now look what you've done. You've made him go with her. See you inside, Care. Look what you've done. Ugh. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. And I need a sip of my tea.
Whoa, is that the book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be sort of a grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here. It says to erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That's way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Like maybe try a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell spitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. This is not the music I would pick for this moment. I will not cast the forbidden spell. Are you kidding me? Why would I choose to forget Colonel Sanders? You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Oh, alright. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for students to arrive. He clears his voice and makes a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it is nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe very quickly. He must be hungry. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly quiet. When you followed his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on a cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence! I told you to never come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence!
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You had better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again!
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he turns to his He returns to his professorial tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Care, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class.
Oh.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, JJ forever. Watch us form a triangle midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or a cliff for all I care.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of his gasps and panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. No! Oh!
No amount of seasoning is going to want to make me eat that, Clank.
Oh! Stop with the sound. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, is entirely unclear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing just go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was, unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam trademark. I'm still working on that title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. I'll see you all in the arena.
Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, you okay?
Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny Coco is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is just a silly boy. I know you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. Why are you hesitating to embrace the feeling, Miriam? Embrace the feeling!
You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show interest in, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes a tear from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. Love it up? Okay. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend your time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van the supposed man-man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Care's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making the dish comes second nature to you, but you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Care, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm a big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and I'm picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were in here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fess up about the practice-ish. Gotta be honest with the Colonel. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. What kind of eldritch horror are you, sir? Because that's terrifying. 400 yards? That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing else from an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. I'm assuming all-butter crust does not mean you just put butter and it's only butter in the crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. The screen keeps flashing and it's kind of terrifying. Wow. Oh my god, stop gasping. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. He's crying. Colonel. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. Oh my god.
There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got!
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something. Perfect. His original recipe for fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Is it not called egg wash? I don't know what a warsh is, but now I'm concerned. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend Baster Blaster. Baster Blaster? Best friend Baster Blaster.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Stop making seafood, dude. Let's rock and ride. Alright. Aishley scoops up her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Oh my god.
Shallow person naturally spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it. Oh, he can speak! 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, did Clank learn to speak English?
It's the singularity as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the supply and surprising will take us all!
Self-destruct.
Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Aishley has her spellbook out. Is she going to do some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should she take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I'm gonna do it the hard way like the Colonel wants. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. How good is the vision of the character in this story that they can see a wink from across the room? Because I wish my eyes were like that.
I believe in you, Care.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Care, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Smart. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's a secret ingredient.
Did she put the weed in? However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve the Spork Monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spork monsters are many. I think Borko has the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I hope you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Hey, you guessed it, sort of. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know that? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that in monster school that time that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win.
Give up and drop out of culinary school.
I'm gonna do the anime thing, and probably the thing that'll get Colonel Sanders to love me and summon extra power from deep within myself. From my gut. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have prepared their entire lives for... Yes, Care, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue, dude. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy coursing through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked and it can't be served. But don't worry, dear Care, you have suffered many setbacks, but it's not all lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to do is make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
Why are you crying as you tell me this?
What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
Time's up, students!
With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off-screen, you hear a pure innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now!
Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop's
Eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure.
You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in Uskal history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks, clank! Oh, where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or another onomatopoeia, but there is none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. This leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects.
Oh, I need a drink of water. Talking for like 2 hours straight is mouth drying.
Okay. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy floating in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and I made some green tea from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Would baby tea leaves still have the same flavor as regular tea leaves? Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on now. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Care, for helping me believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni of a smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar.
That looks interesting.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leaves in to sniff the uni. Uni? But he can't get his nose close enough on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the cluster to slosh around.
Ruff, ruff.
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
I don't know how to growl like a dog, sorry. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Youch, my tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this, it keeps poking my tongue! Disqualified!
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour?
Don't discount simplicity!
This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps a bowl of milk.
I know, yes, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it! Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it is time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight with a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected with glass sugar.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it as anyway, as very fragile and is meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food? At a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Care? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say this is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep up her two-faced routine.
You would know high-end cuisine if it cooked you!
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be face nice to everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
This class gets
Much smaller and I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And I'm completely blown away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. And it's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the glass. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl, and they all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. They were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The school cafeteria has completely been redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-end cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house. Oh, oh, oh.
I am sorry if that blew out the mic. I'm using a crummy headphones one, and I don't think it's got great blowout control. You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting their wrongs they did as they were villains. You both are adorable. I love your outfit here, sir. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to finally get you to notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together,
It's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer everyone. Please refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too busy wrapping up. But everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. Red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to compete in the final and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we've got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not on this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What?
I actually feel like I knew this the whole time.
I love her cute little gloves. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You are blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. Yeah, I will admit, as the player, there are not a lot of the options we're allowed to pick here in this multiple choice event that were mature, and it upset me because I didn't always want to do what they said. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
oh my god, he's just wearing a t-shirt. Howdy, classmates.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of Chicken and Man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
The end? Oh, I did it! Oh, no, it's not the end. I didn't do it. Whoops. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Oh?
Care? What are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. Spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And on my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'd be so glad to spend it together with you, Care. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I just need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at the school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward?
Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn his respect as his chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school.
Oh, my dear Care, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end. Oh, so that was the ending. Wow. Ah. Oh my god, is it? Okay. Slice that chicken. How come we never got to see those? Oh. Why were there no animations in the game? These are so cute. Yeah. Get that chicken, man. Oh, that was so pleasant. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, that was an interesting time. I don't know if there's like multiple endings or not, or if they just really don't want you to like truly date Colonel Sanders. Cause that ended just of him being like, no, we won't work together. I'm wondering if there's an end if I hadn't gotten like those questions wrong in the middle, or if I had picked different things where it was like, yeah, there you go. Here's the big ending where he gives you a little kiss, and doesn't just dance with you or something. Although I'm not sure if KFC is allowed to have. I mean, they have this whole dating sim. I'm pretty sure they would have gotten the let's go to have their mascot kiss people. But yes, that we did it. We completed the entire love saga with Colonel Sanders. We got some romance in for this spring break, and honestly, after how confusing that was, I think I'm romanced out for the next few months. Don't anyone try to seduce me, or I won't try to seduce anyone, because Colonel Sanders took all of my energy. Wowza. I do, however, before I end this lovely stream, have some more news.